Hey there, folks. It's Patrick, and I'm just a dude trying to save the world. We're going to talk today about you. How many times do you think, just how many times in one day do you look in the mirror? Of course, there's that first look in the morning, one of several while you clean up and prepare for your day. Maybe after that, you catch your reflection in the car window glass, the rearview mirror, various glass doors, the restroom at work. The list goes on and on and on. And how many times, though, do you really see you? I, being a basic dude, I suppose, tend not to spend that much time gazing in the mirror. I can take a look during the day and suddenly be horrified by a spot I missed while shaving or a stray and wild eyebrow hair somehow pointing to true north. My looks are most usually a little cursory, a little rushed even, because I have a tight schedule. I imagine you might too. And as a result, well, things can be missed. So what I've adopted and what I'd like you to try on occasion is to check in with yourself in the mirror. Not for appearance's sake, but to quietly, close up, spend just 60 seconds to look at, to examine your face, and most of all, I'd like you to examine your eyes. If you do this earnestly and honestly for a legitimate 60 seconds, going deep within, down to your core, well, it can be pretty daunting, sometimes even terrifying. Because deep down, accompanying every good thing or characteristic and every win you associate with yourself, there will be, perhaps an equal or in some case, greater measure, each and every shortcoming and weakness, fear and failure, every crappy thing you've ever done, and every single thing that is holding you back, keeping you from becoming fully realized. This along with all the nasty bits that wake you up in the middle of the night, like 2 in the morning, sometimes in terror. Believe me, if you're honest with yourself, it'll happen because all of this negative crap is down there in all of us. No matter how well you feel like you're doing, you know damn well our lives are only perfect on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. This place, this thing you'll fall into when you fall into your eyes, well, that's your self-image. And your self-image contains every single thing you believe to be true about yourself and your world. It is a representation of everything you believe you're capable of, everything you deserve, and conversely, and exactly every single thing you believe yourself to be incapable of achieving and undeserving of. Each thought, each notion, every action along with your perception of the world around you and your place in it is filtered through and affected by your self-image. Many of us believe our lives can somehow be beyond our influence and control. There are those of us who believe our circumstances, our destiny, our feelings, our station in life, our lack of prosperity, and even our unhappiness can somehow be attributed to outside forces such as corrupt governments, greedy billionaires, a crappy boss, the lover or spouse who left, God or some other deity, or even to blind, dumb luck. And while it's true that random disaster and tragedy and shit we just never expected or imagined could happen happens, well, our self-image, who we truly believe ourselves to be, determines whether we react spontaneously and destructively or whether we respond intelligently and creatively. So take a good, close, hard, honest look at your life and everything in and around that life. You created all of it. You manifested every single aspect of your life based on decisions you've made or didn't make, actions you took or didn't take, things you said or didn't say, and they're all deeply rooted in your self-image. That is to say, deeply rooted in the sort of human you believe yourself to be. We as humans can do nothing. We cannot accomplish any goal that is not in perfect alignment with our self-image. If we don't believe it at this core level, we cannot achieve it permanently. Sure, we can gain notoriety, wealth, social status temporarily, but if these conditions are not in perfect alignment with who we believe ourselves to be, with what we believe ourselves capable of, and what we believe ourselves to be deserving of, we surely will lose it all or in part, as we've witnessed in almost innumerable instances in the lives of many, many humans for all the world to see, over and over again. But take heart. The good news is that your self-image is not fixed in stone. It's not even real. It's in your imagination. Why do people love babies and very young children? Because we are all born as a blank slate, an almost empty canvas, a prototypical being on a brand new planet, given the fact that there's never been anybody like us on what is, with every passing minute, every tick of the clock, an ever-evolving world. Babies and small children have personality plus. There is no pretense, no guile, no hate or social bias. They truly do not consider skin color or gender, and they are fundamentally honest. And they are in awe of and curious about and fascinated by every aspect of the world around them. Their self-image is clean. And it's clean because it does not yet exist. But from about birth to age about 10 or so, we learn who we are from the authoritative sources closest to us and our interactions with them. Our mothers, our fathers, our grandparents and siblings, and then our extended family, our teachers, the clergy, and on and on. They all paint the portrait of who we believe ourselves to be. And good or bad, right or wrong, for better or for worse, we believe them. Needless to say, I think that this sort of system can and very often does go terribly, terribly awry. I'm sure by now, with cameras and dysfunction just about everywhere, we've all been witness to, at least once, perhaps even in our own lives, as recently, evidence that this education, this painting, probably should not be entrusted to just anybody. And while we've all conducted our lives for these many years according to what is in alignment with our self-image, we can, and I believe we have the obligation to ourselves and to humanity as a whole. We have the ability to paint a new and vastly better, more beautiful portrait. There are those of us thinking and feeling that their life and their painting is already pretty beautiful, and they're probably right. But it can always, always be better, and it should be better. There are those of us, many of us in point of fact, for whom the authoritative sources in their early years had little artistic ability and perhaps even certainly no artistic inclination at all. We shouldn't even have given them crayons. But we are not required to continue to conduct our lives according to the existing model. That old painting, our primary self-image, will always be there because it cannot be eradicated. We can, though, with consistent practice and surprisingly little effort, paint a new portrait, a new self-image, embodying and containing anything and everything we desire. And with practice, our new painting will become our primary source, the dominant place from which we take creative action. And that's why we're here. This is our purpose. We are here to improve our lives and the lives of others. We are here to learn. We are here to grow. And it should be a lifelong process for all of us. In coming episodes, I'll be outlining processes and procedures aimed at bringing out our best artistic talent and applying it to creating a better life for ourselves and, by proxy, all the other humans around us. I hope you come along, because no matter how wonderful and fulfilling this life is for you, or no matter how shitty it might seem to you in this moment, it should be and it can be better. You can once again be in awe of and curious about and utterly and completely fascinated by every aspect of the world around you. You can create a new you, and by virtue of that, you can create a new planet. See what I did there? It's pretty exciting stuff. So, like, subscribe, and share if you're so inclined, because I'm just a dude. Just one dude trying to save the world. I hope you're all well and safe and happy. We'll see you next time.